Hey there, friendlies, how's up? It's about 9 o'clock and the light is starting to go, so I figured I would get a quick second review video in here. Thing is, I've got a bunch of bottles that I've reviewed and not done the second reviews for, and I'm afraid of finishing them off. So as I do the second reviews on bottles, I will feel more free to then enjoy the rest of the bottles. So tonight I just felt like doing this one. It's our Ardbeg 5-year, the Wee Beastie. I did it back in winter and I liked it a lot. And I'm inspired to do this one for two reasons. I really liked it, and I have liked it since then. I'm down to about here. And Whiskey in the Six just did this one as well for the first time, and he really liked it. And excuse me, I have read that the bottles are really uneven depending on the date it was made and stuff, and some people really thrashed it and some people have given it high marks. But I think that the reason people are dissing this is maybe, I'm saying maybe here, is maybe because what they were expecting was a way bigger peat bomb, like peat that just went after you. Whereas what I read in the Wee Beastie was this very youthful age statement. I have definitely discovered through my time drinking whiskey that younger juice is definitely a little livelier, shall we say. And sometimes that just makes it exciting and kind of effervescent. Sometimes it just makes it like just claws, just too sharp, too spiky. And so I was not let down by the amount of peat in this bottle. I was not let down by the amount of smoke, because I was expecting it to be a youthful, strident whiskey, and I was not let down. Is this my favorite Ardbeg? No, of course not. I like it when a whiskey is a little older. I like whiskeys to be between 10 and 21 years. That being said, I do think this is a really nice dram. And so I shall do my second review now. First, we're taking a look at it, not because anything has changed in the looks department in the intervening months since I did it last, but just because I like to do this. It's part of my ritual. I look at it, I'm looking for tears. There are very few tears. That tells me that it's going to have a nice oiliness in the mouth, which I know it does. On the nose, it's exactly what I'm expecting. It's funny, it's stinking hot this right now, but not like it was yesterday, but it's still got a fresh, cool character on the nose. Obviously, there's this peat there, there's a little barbecue smoke. There's a bit of a Band-Aid action happening, and like a lemon or a lime, kind of the bright citrus. And again, like I don't remember what I said about this last time, so I don't know what's new and what's not. But there's a resin note, like an evergreen thing. Not too big though. I like pine flavors, fir flavors, spruce, cedar. Like I like that set of odors and flavors. Just got a mosquito, so it's very nice on the nose. Now this is, I think, what's this, 47.4%. Yeah, that pine thing is much bigger when I get way in there. All right, give it a taste. Check it on the palate. Okay, we're peaty. We got a steak on the barbecue. We're definitely a little spiky because of that youth. It's still there. I do feel that down here it's opened up a lot more, but again, I don't really know if that's real. It's just something that I've brought to this. It's an ashy, burnt coffee. There is the sweetness of some vanilla or butterscotch in there as well, but it's a lot lighter than the other flavors. I'm definitely getting that citrus. I kind of feel that aspect. The citrus thing might be a little bigger on the 10-year, but I haven't tasted the 10-year in a few years. Yeah, very much in my wheelhouse. Sits right in where my whiskey journey started, which was with Lagavulin 16. The Band-Aid aspect is bigger than I remembered it being the last time. I don't think I noticed that in my first review at all. I'll have to check that and see, but it is a little more present than I was expecting. I don't know if I said this last time, but the ashy note is like after you've had your bonfire and it's out and you've thrown your water on it to make sure that you're not burning down the forest. There's that, like there's the smokiness and the active and the barbecue, but then there's that ashy note. It's a chocolatey thing happening, but like a dark chocolate, not a milk chocolate. The youthfulness brings a peppery note as well. It's very lively, it's very effervescent on the tongue. I think that so far my favorite Ardbeg is the Uigeadail, but this has the most this is the most vibrant. This is the one that bounces out of the gate. And it's like, you want a piece of me? And it's, yeah, that Band-Aid thing is definitely there more than I remember. Coffee. Chocolate, briny, smoky, barbecue. Pine forest, just so good. That Band-Aid thing is there on the finish though. Oh, I didn't really discuss the finish. It's still a fairly long finish. A lot of what I was talking about is still there. It seems to me that the peppery note and the Band-Aid are the two strongest things with lingering smoke. The vanilla or whatever the sweet note is, it's not making a very big show. Hasn't throughout this entire tasting. Definitely more tears now that I've thrown a little bit of water in. On the nose, a little more two-dimensional. Almost more of a swimming pool element there. Thinner in the mouth. The taste isn't quite as interesting anymore. It's definitely hollowed out by the water. It's not ruined, but it's a little less interesting. Because of that Band-Aid note, which I'm not a big fan of, I'm gonna call this, see, the Band-Aid note lets me down a little bit, but it's not big enough to really change my liking for this whiskey. I still think that I would give this an 8. Yeah, it's funny, it says a monster of a dram. I don't get it, the monster aspect of this. This is not the biggest, spikiest, clawingest dram I've ever had. I think they're being a little bombastic, but I think it's a really nice drink. So, that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out with me on this second review of the Ardbeg Wee Beastie. As I always say, if you like what I'm doing, please do the following 3 things. 1, comment down below. Do you agree with me on this, a Wee Beastie, or are you a Wee Beastie skeptic? What's your favorite Ardbeg? Second thing is share this video. That helps me more than you could possibly imagine. And the third thing is leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's all right. Leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.